Alright, today we're going to look at my Massey Ferguson 12 lawn tractor. So, this is a 1968 model made by AMF. I've got the other headlight for it. I haven't installed it yet. Okay, so hood latch. Nope, that is latched. Unlatched. That hood latch just operates an arm. Where's it at? Right there. To latch the hood. Apparently there's a wasp living in here. Not uncommon. Yep. So there it is in the front. Mine had no wiring for the lights, so I did some custom wiring. It's a 12 horsepower Tecumseh solid state ignition, which would have been a big deal in '68. Carburetor there. Here's your choke. Tecumsehs have this little arrow on the choke. Here's your throttle. Last I checked, my throttle works and my choke works. Yep. So I bought this machine for my son. The deal is my father gave me a Massey 165 tractor. And I give him hay bales, so it all kind of works out in the end. And this came up at a local auction, so I bought it so that my son could have a matching lawn tractor to my big tractor. And I paid all of $13 for this as is. So you got your exhaust. This is a Tecumseh HH120. HH is, the first H is heavy, which means it's all cast iron. The second H is horizontal shaft. Here's your drive. Here's your PTO for your belt. That operates off this foot pedal for your deck. So you got a latch, push down, actuate the latch to degrip it, and let off. And now you're running your blades. And then you just push, it clicks in the spot, blades are off. So it's a little hard to start, but once it starts, it runs really well. It's a overall really good machine, in my opinion. Does not do a very good cut, but I didn't buy it to mow my yard with it. Deck height adjustment. Here's your headlights, throttle, choke, amp meter. Here's your key. It just takes a standard key, or the index keys, I believe is what they're called. So here's your forward, reverse, and that locks your hood down. Here's your parking brake. I don't have the parking brake set, so you just pull this lever back. There's reverse, return it to middle. There's forward, and when you push the foot pedal, it returns it to neutral. So braking on these machines returns your hydro drive to neutral. So front tires are pretty standard. They're old, of course. These are Goodyears. I don't see a size on them anywhere, but I'm sure it has it. Back tires, 5 lugs. I like. It's got the hole so you can put wheel weights on. Looks like they're 23.5, 12 tires. When I do restore this, I'll probably put ag tires on the back and implement tires on the front just to give it a tractor look. This light has a bulb. I don't know if this is standard on these or if somebody added it extra. And then you've got a spot for some type of hitch. I'll probably make some type of hitch. This is your brakes. So it does not have brakes physically on the wheel hubs. It has one brake on the hydro drive for the entire axle. My John Deeres I have, they have split brakes for the most part. This one doesn't. The seat lifts up. There's a dirty shirt. But underneath here is storage for whatever you want to store. When I bought it, the deck was not attached. It was just flopped around, and all the hardware and the belts and everything for the deck were in here. So, great place for storage. The seat has been getting worse and worse. I live in town right now. When I move out of town, I will restore this. And when I restore this, I will, I'll make a new seat for it. I've got all the vinyl and a sewing machine to make a new seat. This has a roller on the back, no wheels anywhere, roller on the front, and then it's just got this simple gear drive mechanism. So PTO comes, drives this, which then angles it down. And to put these shields on, you have to take the deck off. It's a real big pain, so I'm not going to take them off. Looks like it's an MAF 610 model mower. I don't remember what size it is because I don't mow with this. I bought this just for my kid to play with. There's a fuel shut off, voltage regulator, the starter. I don't know if the starter's weak or if it's got a bad decompression release. I have to figure it out. It doesn't have adjustable valves though, so if it's a bad decompression, it's gonna be harder to fix than just getting the starter in better shape. Overall, I really like this mower. I only bought it because it matches the tractor, and it looks almost identical. A lot of people don't like AMF or things AMF was built. AMF owned Harley for a while, so take that how you will. But this seems to be pretty well built, pretty heavy duty. If I could change anything, I would put a Kohler versus a Tecumseh. Though the Kohler of this model era would have had points and condenser. This has got a solid state ignition, which is way better. It's a basic tractor. Nothing to it, nothing real fancy. This cast iron piece has broken several times, and I just keep welding it together, and it's cast iron, so it doesn't weld real well, but it also doesn't really do much. So, you know, take that how you will. Looks like somebody repainted this tractor by the fact that the tires are now partially gray. And you can see some spray paint over spray here and there. But I really like this thing. It's a real good looking tractor. It runs real strong when it runs. It was mowing through thick grass without any issues, though it was a pretty bad cut. I did sharpen the blades and they are not in good shape. So buy new blades and I'm sure it would be a fine cut. My favorite thing is this hydro drive is very strong. much stronger than what I've seen on newer tractors. Tough Torque K4151 tractors. You know, I've got a lawnmower that couldn't pull itself uphill even without the blades engaged. And there's some pretty decent grades. There's a neighbor's house. I've did this tractor and it pulled up without even a hitch. It went up the hill, and then I drove around and I backed up the hill, and it did it just fine. No whining, no gear noise, nothing. It just did what it's supposed to do. It's a lot stronger, a lot better built, more robust hydraulic system. Look at all those fins, tons of fins, better cooling. Now the other thing is, with hydraulic rear ends, you cannot push them. You'll see right here is a little T-handle bar. Sticking my finger on it. That is the hydraulic release for the Hydrostat. It's not easy to get to. It's underneath this tractor here. Get some of this out of the way. But you turn that, and to turn that, it puts it in freewheel mode. And if you're gonna pull this tractor at all, you need to put it in freewheel so you don't destroy the hydraulic rear end. It's got an overflow. If it overheats, it can pour out the extra fluid. Like I said, I really like this thing. It's pretty heavy duty. I would like to either build or buy a sickle bar mower for it. I think replacing that deck with a sickle bar would be pretty sweet, a 4-foot sickle on it. I wouldn't let my kid drive it like that. I would definitely take the sickle off if I wanted my son wanted to drive this. He's only 3, so it's not like he's driving it anytime soon anyway, but the opportunity came and the price was right. But a 4-foot sickle coming off the side would make it a great ditch mower or pond mower, something where I don't want to drive into the dirty, wet grass. I've got this creek by my house, so I'd be able to drive about 4 foot away from where it actually gets wet and muddy and mow, and that'd be real helpful. I think that'd be great. All right, well, thank you. Sorry I haven't made a video in a while. I will make another one for my John Deere 322, but this is a Massey Ferguson 12. They made 10, 12, 14, 16s. Basically just the size of the engine. I think 16s are physically bigger. There's my MF12. Super basic. Not a lot going on. Good mower. I like it. And that's it. Thank you. Bye.